So let's take a moment, close your eyes, take a big inhale, and then open your mouth, let it go. Now there's Vicky too. Okay, so we're just starting, Vicky and Morak. And as I say, just take it easy. And it's going to be very much a stretchy, very gentle. Take a big inhale and open your mouth, let it all go. And then just breathe in and out through your nose. Just having this moment of looking inward. Because just spending time by yourself doesn't mean we are looking inward or we are with ourselves. We were just talking with Denise, even if you go out and you have, oh, I'm going out to the theater, I'm going to do this, you're doing things that are outward. You're paying attention to something else that's outside of you. And maybe sometimes we get distracted by watching TV or going to the cinema or wherever, but our internal world remains there waiting for us to pay attention. And that's necessary for our well-being, to just pay attention now and then, just look inwards, focus on your breath, let things pop up. Thoughts may come, may go, and just notice that all these thoughts are just thoughts and perceptions. And the same that they come, they go. Let's try not to get too attached to any of the ideas we have today, because we might change our mind tomorrow. So just recognize that these are ideas that are valid, that are serving you today, but perhaps we still have in our mind ideas and things that used to serve us in the past, that used to protect us, and that may not serve us so much today. This is only a 30-minute class, so we're not going to go too deep into this. Take another inhale, open your mouth, let it all go, everything that does not help us, that does not serve us. The only thing that we're going to pay attention now for the next 30 minutes is the present, being in our breath, listening, paying attention. Let's go onto our hands and knees. Come into white pose with white knees if possible. Child pose, sorry, not white. Child pose. And again, do any version of child pose that helps you. Perhaps your bum reaches your heels, perhaps it doesn't. If it doesn't, it's fine as well. Just put a cushion, put elevations. And perhaps we cannot go all the way down today. So again, you can be on your elbows. You can hold your head with your hands. So find the version that works for you. And once you're there, close your eyes. You're going to be here for 3 deep breaths. Observing the air traveling through your body, going to perhaps the sides of your body, your lower back, your ribs. What are your shoulders doing? What are your facial muscles doing? Is it possible to soften all that a bit more? Now lift your head if you had it down on the floor, and then just walk the hands to the left, as far to the left as you can. And once again, just rest, release, and same thing, you can drop your forehead on the floor or you can hold it, but keep on stretching the right arm, so feeling a nice, long, deep stretch on the right side of the body. And then let's do the other side, lifting. Just walk the hands towards the right. And again, just explore first before perhaps bringing the forehead down or keeping it up here, held by your right hand, while the left really stretches. Doesn't have to be a super deep stretch, just feeling it, sending your left hip more towards the floor. What is your breath? What's happening in your shoulders? What's happening in your belly? Can we soften? And then lift your head, come back, come back, come back. Come, lift, and now tuck your toes. We're going to do a little toe stretch. So again, just sit back. And for some of you might be, if it's very, very tight, well, you know, just come forward. Find your level of tightness. Just test it. We're not going to keep here for too long. And just sitting on your heels, if it's possible, feeling the stretch on the back of your feet, on your toes. And let's just use a moment to lift the arms up. Take a big inhale, feeling the lungs, looking up, and exhale down. Yes, one more. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely, and you can bring the right ear to the right shoulder, then the chin to your chest, and the left ear to the left shoulder. And again, okay, this semicircle, chin down, and right ear to left shoulder, and then come forward. Release your toes. Release your toes. And once again, if we can, sitting back, and this time we're going to stretch the front of the feet. So come back, come back, come back. And perhaps the two knees up is too much. You can do one at a time. But if it's okay and you can do both, just lifting a bit both knees, you'll feel the stretch on the ankle and the shins. If that's too much, I repeat, you can do one at a time. That's all fine. Breathe. And then come back forward. Okay. Take your knees underneath your hips, and we're going to do puppy pose. So walk the hand forward, Anahata pose, or heart melting pose. So open the arms quite wide as the mat, and then start bringing the head down. If the head doesn't touch the floor, you can put a block under your forehead. Or even under your chest can be nice. And just breathe. Keep your arms quite wide. It's a nice, lovely stretch for the shoulders, for the front of the chest. Yep. One more deep breath here. And then lift up. Nice and stretched. And come onto your hands and knees. And again, just find that the knees are not close together. That's sort of hip apart. The arms under your shoulders. And let's do a few cat and cow, waking up the spine. Inhaling, drop the belly, send your chest forward, look up. And exhaling, push the floor, keep the elbows straight. And again, doesn't have to be too much, but just start waking up the spine, noticing the vertebrae moving, and do it at your own rhythm. But focus on the breath. Inhaling, moving the spine in one direction, curving it in one direction, and exhaling, curving in the other direction. Being mindful and aware. Do 3 more at your own pace. Lovely, and come back to neutral once again. We're going to do thread the needle. So right hand opens up in a little twist, pointing at the ceiling, and then as you exhale, bring it through this little bridge we've created and rest the side of your head on the floor. And you can just stay here, or you can take the left hand and slide it forward. Keep on leaning on the right shoulder. Breathe. Where do you feel the breath in your body in this position? In what part of your torso seems to be inflating? Can we bring it down a bit? Can we soften the face? Then bring the hand back in front of you again. Press the left hand against the floor. That will lift you up. Lifting up, lifting up. Bring the right hand once again up to the ceiling and down again. Let's do the other side. So lean on the right hand. The left opens up, pointing at the ceiling. And as you exhale, come through the little bridge. Soften on the floor. Keep the side of the head on the floor. And again, you can slide that hand forward, the right one. Breathe. And then bring that right hand in front of your face again. Push the floor away. And once again, left hand up and both hands down. Okay. Then walk the hands slightly forward. Tuck the toes. We're going to lift up into our first downward dog. Very slowly, taking your time. You can keep the knees quite bent. Keep on pushing the hands against the floor. If it's too much, you can do child again. And do any stretches that feel good here. So perhaps we want to bend one knee at a time, stretching the back of the legs. Perhaps we want to twist the hips a bit. And then walk the hands, bend the knees again and walk the hands back, back, back. Back, open a bit more the feet, a bit wider, bending the knees and rest here. Resting your torso on your legs a bit. Allowing your hands to be heavy, allowing your head to be heavy. You can bring the hands to cross, arms to cross, hand to the opposite elbow to give you a bit more weight. You can even bring the hands behind your head, giving you even more weight. But without putting pressure, just the weight of the hands and gravity. Elbows heavy. You can sway a tiny bit if you want, or just stay here in stillness, noticing the vertebrae. You can test stretching slightly one leg, then bend it again, then stretching the other. Not a lot, just, testing. But what we're working here is still the spine, decompressing the spine. Then release the hands, bend the knees even more and roll up, vertebra by vertebra. All the way up. Find a moment of stillness, feeling your feet really pressing against the floor. You can leave your toes, lifting the toes up. So really pressing the four corners of the feet and then descend the toes again. Just let them soft on the floor. The knees are slightly bent. The pelvis is neither tilting back nor forward. And once again, open the arms up to the sky, look up. And exhale the hands by your side. One more time, inhale, arms up. Interlace the fingers, flip the hands the other way. Up. You can a bit Look it out. Flip the hands, palms up, and then just lean towards the right, sending your hips to the left. And then up again. And then send the hands to the left and hips to the right. And then up again. Open your arms, hands by your side. Lovely. One more time. Inhale, arms up. I'm going to give you my back, sorry. Hand down, right hand down, and then slide the right hand alongside your leg and allow the left hand to go to the side. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Breathe. And now the right hand meets the left and helps in that stretch. And then come back, both hands down. Oh, nice deep side stretch. Inhale, arms up. Left hand down alongside your leg, right hand up. And then start sliding down your leg. So you're not leaning, I'm giving you my back so you can see what I'm doing. So you're not leaning forward, just to the side. Stay here for one breath. And then perhaps the left hand can meet the right and help pulling it to the side, deepening this side stretch. And then come back. Keep both feet on the floor and then just do some twists, softening the spine. Again, I say it over and over, this is one of my favorites, and it's great to really decompress the spine, move the spine, twist it a bit. It's great for internal organs. Breathe here. Just be careful you don't get dizzy, so keep your eyes fixed, don't move the head in all directions. Just keep the focus and the concentration, then slowly come to a stop. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Come forward with the back straight. Once again, you can bend the knees deep if you need to. Bring the hands to the shin, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands on the floor, we're gonna walk forward till you find your downward dog again. And again, just explore the stretch here in the downward dog. You can bend the knees, you can stretch one and stretch the other, really pressing the hands on the floor. Now we're gonna walk the feet forward. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Until you find yourself at the top of the mat. Once again, this time, hands on your shin, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, opening the arms to the side, back straight, come all the way up, bring the hands with you. And exhale, hands together in front of your chest. Take one moment. Letting go everything that does not serve us well. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open the arms and dive forward, back straight. Hands on your shin, half lift. Forward fold. Plant the hands. Take a big step with the left foot. And knee down. Now, walk the right foot as far to the right as you can, so both hands are inside, like in for lizard pose, okay? So quite wide. Inhale here, and as you exhale, lean back. Stretching the front leg, and then forward again. Inhale, forward, exhale, back, going whichever direction you want to take the breath. Do 2 more or 3 more on your own. Just exploring, going back and forth in this a bit wider position, like lizard. Lifting the chest, just finding the mobility here. Lovely. And just find a little bit, now come back into the lizard, and so going forward. And you can sway your hips side to side, finding again some mobility here. And now, heel toe, that front leg, that front foot, as far to the left as you can. Drop the knee on the floor and sit down, bringing that left knee up. Okay, so we went from lizard into deer, more or less. Okay, so here we are sitting. If we can sit, allow your hips to sit. So traditionally we have the two legs in 90 degrees, but perhaps this foot can come a bit in, or this foot comes a bit in. So don't worry too much about that. Just keep the hips down. So one leg is externally rotating, the other internally rotating. Sit up and then come forward, forward, forward. And again, you can have a block and rest on the block. You can bring the hands down, the elbows down on the block just for a moment. So you're going forward in the direction of the right leg, the one that's in front. And breathe. Then take the last inhale here, lift up, lift up, lift up, and you're gonna sit back again and take this left leg, okay, and cross it on top. You have to readjust yourself. So you end up in Gomukhasana, okay, both knees on top of each other, more or less. Okay, so my feet are sticking out, knees on top of each other. Open the arms, and let's come into a little arm stretch as well. So the eagle arms, you can have eagle arms, or you can just give yourself a nice hug. Okay, it's up to you. Choose what we want today. Or instead of complete eagle arms, they can be a little bit. Breathe here. If your hips feeling happy and comfortable, perhaps you can try coming forward a bit. If not, just keep up sitting up. Again, my hips are feeling it. I don't need, sometimes I can, and sometimes I just don't want to. So check, just because it's yoga and we're told this is the pose, doesn't mean we need to always go to how far our body can take us. Sometimes we want to stay in a safer position where we still feel the benefits of the pose. And then release, bring that left foot back again and start getting ready. Come up, up, up if you can into downward dog or child pose. You choose your level of energy. Breathe. We're going to do another half Sun Salutation. Walk to the top of the mat. You can take a few steps. You can take 2 steps. Up to you. When you get here, drop the head. Then hands on your shin, half lift. Use the breath. Exhale. Allow the breath to fold you. Then allow the breath to lift you, coming all the way up. Almost as if by inflating your lungs, you were floating up, hands floating up. And exhale, hands together in front of your chest. Noticing the air leaving your lungs. Inhaling, arms up again. Exhaling, allow the breath to fold you forward. Hands on your shin, half lift. Exhale, forward, fold. Take a big step with the right leg, back knee on the floor. Walk the left foot as far to the left as you can. Both hands down, you're in lizard. You can do a little movement here as well, opening the knee back and forth, but then like we did earlier, inhaling here, and as exhale, send your hips back. And then come back and forth in any shape or form you like. Again, just mobilizing the hips here. Using your breath again to move you. When you're done, come forward, stay in lizard. Again, you can shake your hips a bit. You can open your knee to the side, back in, and then just heel toe your foot to the left, the right, beg your pardon. So your left foot starts sliding to the right and start bringing the left knee down, sitting, bringing the right knee up. Okay, so you find yourself again in this sort of like 90 degrees one leg and 90 degrees the other, or 45 or wherever it is. Try to keep both hips on the floor. Sometimes that's not so easy. For instance, this posture doesn't seem to agree with me so much, so perhaps I need to put some blocks or something on my hips or on my knee. Up to you, sit up. And again, if it's comfortable, perhaps we can come forward. And just lean forward to the leg, the shin that's perpendicular to the short, parallel to the short edge of the mat. Stay here for 2 or 3 breaths. Lovely, then breathing in, come up again, come up again. Come all the way back, leaning on your hands, bring that right leg across. And again, just shuffle if you need to. Pile, knee pile. So knee on top of each other, Gomukhasana. And this time is the left arm that's underneath. In this, you can do eagle arms, you can do a hug, whatever feels right. Try to keep both hips on the floor. Noticing the stretch. And if I'm comfortable here, perhaps I want to come forward. One side may feel very different than the other. So it's not that one side is wrong and the other one is right. They're just simply different. So we try to bring those differences together. We're trying to narrow those differences and find equilibrium and find stability, but cannot be by force. Can be just simply by observing which side needs what. Breathe here. And then coming back up if you are leaning forward, and unravel your arms and hug yourself. Lean back and cross the legs. Just bring both feet on the floor and just simply do a couple of, you can keep the hands behind you. Knees, drop the knees to one side and to the other. And perhaps we can try without the hands. Just working on your core. If it gets tired, you can lean back again. Just one more time. And then bring both feet together. Inhale here, and as you exhale, lean forward, Baddha Konasana. And again, wherever place feels right. Can be deeper, can be less deep. Maybe I want to hold my head with my hands. Maybe I want to let my head really heavy. Breathe. See where you place your feet naturally, how close or how far away are from your groin. We don't need. Today we're exploring, no need to judge. I want to have my heels closer or further. Just see how it feels in the body. And then lifting up again. You can just lie down in Shavasana for a moment. So taking your time, feet flat on the floor, come down. I was going to say come down slowly, but I see you're all down there. So if you're there, stand the legs, stand the arms. Just allow your body's weight to relax on the floor. There's nothing for you to do here. There's nowhere to go. Just let gravity do the work. Sometimes we just need to go with the flow. Sometimes there's no pushing. That doesn't matter whatever amount of pushing and control you want to have in this pose. This pose only works if you let go of control, if you just let the muscles relax, soften, and trust that the floor has you, that the floor is supporting you, you're supported. And once again, take a big deep inhale, noticing the air coming into your belly. Let it all go. And leave your arms over your head, taking a long stretch, hands in one direction, feet in the other. Nice long stretch. And bend your knees, feet flat on the floor. Roll to one side. And then with the help of your arms, push yourself up to a seated position again. Sit in any way that comes comfortable, that is easy and comfortable. Take a big inhale. Just breathe normal, breathe naturally, breathing through your nose, observing the breath, observing the body, how very little alterations and changes can really make a big difference. A little bit of movement, a little bit of introspection can make a big difference in our day. And then take a big inhale once again, open your mouth, open your eyes, let it all go. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, my friends.